That's pretty good. Welcome to this week's episode of What We're Listening To. This is Nick.
And Courtney.
What's going on? How are you?
Hey. Great.
I figured I'd start this version with the how are you?
Yeah. You missed that the first time around.
So
and
we
I was
just
deeply offended.
We just recorded like 10 minutes and then I realized that the AC and the fan were running in this room and it's probably going to sound terrible. So here we are, take two. This is a repeat for us. Haha.
And Nick has asked me how I'm doing, and I wanted to say...
Yeah, tell us.
I have something to say. No, I just wanted to say that I'm drinking this beer. I feel like the show has turned... It's not only what we're listening to, but also what we're drinking.
100%.
So gotta tell you what I'm drinking. We've been drinking these beers called Mango Carts from Golden Road, which is where?
So Golden Road is in Anaheim, literally right across the parking lot from the Anaheim, whatever their current name is, Angels Stadium.
Okay, cool. Well, we've been loving the Mango Carts, and we just found a new to us variety pack that has pineapple carts in it. And melon carts.
We haven't gotten to the melon carts
Haven't tried the melon cart. And I'm confused because I don't know if it's like, there's so many melons. What kind of melon?
I hope it's not fucking cantaloupe.
A cantaloupe melon?
Or rock melon.
Or a... Which one's the green one? A honeydew?
Honeydew would be acceptable, but if we're talking melon rankings, we're going like watermelon. Are there any other melons besides those three?
I bet there's tons of melons that we don't even
Watermelon,
know about.
Honeydew, and then like everything that you hate from food, and then cantaloupe in my mind. It has no flavor.
Not if you get a good one. You have to smell its butt. And then you know it's good.
It's just not. It's not the same level.
Anyways, pineapple cart is good.
I would try it again, but I already tried it on take one of this show, so we're going.
He doesn't want to try it.
I don't like it as much as Mango Cart, actually.
Whatever.
Sorry,
I don't know which one I like better. We'll have to keep taste testing this weekend. We'll let you know.
Yeah. So
we're heading up to Maine.
Getting out of the
weekend.
city.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So happy holiday weekend to those of you listening from the U.S. and happy Canada Day to those of you potentially listening from Canada.
Yep. And just happy Friday or Saturday if you're listening in another country. So enjoy your weekend. Mm-hmm. This is kind of, hopefully you're listening to this to kind of kick off your holiday weekend. If it is a holiday weekend where you are, I'm excited to get out of the city, get to the woods. Look at sticks and
rocks for sure.
And dirt.
Play in the mud a little bit. It's been raining a lot here.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It'll be nice.
Yeah. And then the only other thing before we get into it is just little John Boy Media Talkin' Folk announcement. If you're watching this, which you may be right now on YouTube, you may be just listening to this like normal on Spotify or something, but we are now on YouTube under John Boy Media Music. We're putting everything John Boy Media Music related under one channel, Talkin' Folk, what we're listening to. We're going to soon expand into soundtracks, and there's some other things that we're kind of planning for the future. So everything music related at John Boy Media is going to be under one place, so you'll get to see our faces a little more. We'll do some other kinds of content, and that more visual medium is kind of necessary for some of it. So pretty excited about that. Be fun. A little scary, but
yeah, I feel very exposed, but whatever, you know. We live in this digital age, so here we go.
Yeah. So check it out and subscribe if you like what we're doing. All right, so the first song that we're going to get into is Summertime. So kind of aptly named for this weekend, which is, you know, your probably your big summer holiday this year, or every year, obviously. But like,
it's rude to make assumptions, but it's officially summertime.
It's hot.
Yeah. And it's actually, I feel like summertime kicks off for me mentally when I see all these artists like releasing new music. So there's a lot of new music out right now, which is awesome. I think artists are sort of scrambling to have that like summer jam that people sort of latch onto. So it works out for us in our favor that we get to listen to lots of new music.
Yeah.
But this song is actually called Summertime.
Yes, it is. And it is by the Sweet Water
Warblers.
Warblers.
Warbler, a bird.
I'm like a fake bird guy.
Nick's a bird fan.
I love
You're
birds.
a real bird fan.
No, I mean, like, I love birds. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't mind saying it.
Period.
I love birds. But I don't know anything about birds. It's like I appreciate them and I think that they're these beautiful creatures, but then like if someone was like, "Oh, what do you think about that?" and I'd be like, "Oh, another eagle." I have no idea what any of them are except like the main ones. I know the main ones.
I feel like eagles are pretty distinguishing.
Yeah. I mean, if I saw a blue jay, I'd be like, "Oh, there goes a blue jay." But yeah, I'm not big into like I couldn't tell you what a warbler is.
I think they live here on the East Coast. I don't know. I don't really know what they look like either. I did have growing up like a field ID bird book, and we had a bird feeder out of our backyard.
Did you show up with like your Ranger Rick?
Yeah, binoculars, everything. But it was fun because then all these different birds would come to the bird feeder, and you could like look them up in the book, and you knew what they are. So I really only know birds that are native to like North America, East Coast, New England, unless they have a bigger range.
That's actually much different for me. I'm actually very familiar with like the Southeast Asian aviary species.
You learned all the ones in Australia.
Yes, I did. I'm an expert there. I'm not here though. Sorry.
Lots of cool birds in Australia. We saw a lyrebird there once.
Yeah, that's like the real version of a mockingbird.
That they're so cool. They imitate
car alarms, everything.
Anything they hear. So like mostly other birds, but if they live near cities, you can like do a quick Google search. Do yourself a favor, do a quick Google search and look up lyrebirds. And then there's some of them doing like car alarms, chainsaws.
I can't remember how you spell it. But anyway, this isn't a bird pod, so I need to have an intervention with us right now. Summertime by the Sweet Water Warblers. Here we go. So, cool thing about the Sweetwater Warblers, which is kind of a trio.
What does kind of a trio mean?
Well, there's 3 lead vocalists, 3 females. But then there's like a backing band. So I don't.
Okay.
So, like they're really the act, and then they have a backing band with them.
They're the
I don't know how to
Warblers.
describe that.
Got it.
It's Rachel Davis, May Earlwine, and Lindsay Liu. And actually, so it was kind of cool. So I didn't know much about them. This is their first full album that they've ever released. They, a few years ago, got asked to play, they're in other bands. They got asked to play kind of like this hodgepodge set together. Needed to come up with a name and whatnot at a festival. So something that you probably we're all going to miss this summer because we're not going to music festivals, right? That kind of stuff.
For sure.
That like organic thing that happens there. So anyway, this song was the first single from their debut album, which just came out. And it's called The Dream That Holds This Child. And this was just written by Rachel Davis and her husband. And it just talks about, you know, coming out of winter and longing for summer. And, you know, we're there right now. Like we've like crossed over that point, and now we're going to hopefully enjoy some summer. Socially distant.
Right. With mango carts.
That's right.
I like it. They have great voices. I love a good summertime anthem.
Yeah, this is very festival music. Like you could walk up to a tent and hear this playing and just be very comfortable with your
Do a little dancing.
with your barley soda.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Ryan called a beer that the other day, and I thought it was interesting, so I just tried to use it. I'm not cool.
Wrong crowd, I guess.
Anyway. So we like that. I like that anyway.
I liked that too.
It's the whole album's pretty good. I've only given it honestly one full listen all the way through, but
what was the name of the album? I missed it.
I don't want to mess it up. The Dream That Holds This Child.
That's nice.
Yeah. So I got to go back and listen to the full thing.
Yeah. Cool. New music. Yay.
Yeah. So what else do we have next? We have a recurring artist here.
Yeah, we do. We're bringing back Tenille Townes.
Woo.
Woo! We did a song by her a while ago now. She released the Lemonade Stand last week, but she had released, the road that leads up to, or the road that leads to the Lemonade Stand, something like that, as an EP earlier this year. So we covered one of those songs.
I Kept the Roses.
Yeah, really good song.
I love that song.
So this is another song off the album. It is called Come As You Are.
Cool. Here we go. I gotta say, I like the vibe of this already.
It's good. Building on your theme of like summertime jams. It's just a happy song.
It's kind of like, it's like a little funky country.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it like current cosmic country,
No, not super cosmic.
but I'd call it a little funky country.
It's poppy. It's good. I like it because it's like let loose kind of party song, but the sentiment is come as you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what your background is, what you're wearing, like, and I guess coming off of Pride Month, I really like this sentiment. It feels really inclusive.
Yeah.
It's just like nobody cares. Nobody cares. Let's all get together. Let's have a good time. So I just like that vibe.
Yeah, it's good. No relation to when I saw it. I was like, oh, I wonder if this is going to be a Nirvana cover. The Nirvana song Come As You Are.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No.
Just FYI.
Sure isn't.
So the full album just came out a week ago.
Yep. And Tenille Townes she's 26 years old, which is kind of wild.
Mm-hmm.
Still really young. She's Canadian. She co-wrote all 12 of the songs on this new album. So kudos to her. There's a lot of really great stuff on there. There's a song about, somebody dying in high school, like a high school friend passing away.
Yeah.
There's a song in there, somebody's daughter, about this homeless woman that she had seen who's still a person, is still someone's daughter. It's a really well done album. You guys already know that we liked the I Kept the Roses song, which is about a breakup and hanging on to kind of sentimental things. So give it a listen. Lemonade Stand, Tenille Towns. And add this one to your summer playlist.
Yeah, we kind of have the makings of the beginning of a summer playlist right here. All right, that was Tenille Towns, Come As You Are. I like that. I like that a lot. We have another recurring artist right now, which is not a bad thing. If it's a recurring artist, that means we really like them. The California Honeydrops.
Mm-hmm.
So they released, it's an EP, and it's called Just One More and Then Some. So, which is Just One More is the name of the first song on the album. So it's that song and then more, I guess, is kind of the play on the title there. There's a song on here that they're all good, actually. Never heard any of them before this came out. This song just like makes me laugh.
It's funny. This is a funny song.
So this song is called Pocket Chicken by the California Honeydrops.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Your classic California Honeydrops horns section.
Oh yeah, this is like big band and whatever.
When I remembered I had some fried chicken in my pocket, or wrapped up in aluminum foil. Just as I was about to take a bite out of pie, I thought I heard a voice coming from on high. There she was, I couldn't believe, a bottle in her hand, and she was asking me, "Do you want some?"
So I listened to this song a few times, and then finally when you said it today, what's going on, I was like, oh my god, how did I totally miss part of that?
You said, what's pocket chicken?
I thought pocket chicken, okay, like simple me thinks when I hear pocket chicken, I'm like, oh, chicken in a pita pocket, how interesting.
Oh, no, it's even simpler than that.
Yeah.
It's chicken in tinfoil that he just kept in his pocket for later.
That's a snack. If it's a snack, it has to fit in your pocket.
Yeah, pocket chicken.
So this song is all about he's got this pocket chicken, and then what? Somebody sees him with it?
Yeah, a lady sees him and she's like, ooh, you got some chicken? I got some hot sauce for your chicken. Come over here, baby.
You think that actually happened?
Maybe.
It's pretty funny. That's one of those things that's like, it's so specific that... How do you write that?
It's funny. It's an innuendo. I think it's a great song.
Yeah. It's good. It's really well done. And I had said this the other day. The California Honeydrops, they like food is a theme in it. Well, okay, that's...
No.
They like food is a theme in their music. Their album... hold on, let me find the actual name real quick. A Higher Degree has food on the cover, and they're all drops of water or something. There's a couple songs on there about food, bubblegum being one of them. Maybe that's the only one, I don't know. But, like, do they just write about food?
All the songs are about food. There's one song about bubblegum. Not even really a food. That's not even really a food.
No, bubblegum's like you chew it forever, so it keeps you less hungry.
I thought you were really going to get me with this, like, oh, there's a theme here that you didn't notice, but, like, I don't know. I think it's a bit of a stretch.
Insane.
But yes, this song is about food.
Yeah.
Pocket chicken in particular.
Yeah,
and somebody
I actually
that wants
saw,
to give him a little hot sauce for his pocket chicken.
I follow their, I don't know if you follow their account on Instagram or Twitter as well, but I follow them, and they were doing a virtual show, like a lot of people are right now.
Cool.
And they were all together. They weren't like touching or like whatever, but
they weren't eating chicken out of each other's pockets?
No, but they were all together, which was cool. So they were getting ready to do a show, which is awesome. Like, still getting out there, and obviously, I don't know if this is new music or music that they kind of had banked from a while ago, but still happy to see it pop up in my timeline when it came out.
Sure. Never turned down anything new from them. And I think, too, we're starting to see, like, during some of the colder months here, winter months, artists were releasing just, like, singles or EPs, something as a bit of a teaser to an album that would be coming out this summer. So I think we'll start duplicating artists a little bit again as those full albums come out and as we start kind of digging into more of their songs. So
yeah, I actually had like anxiety the other day about the amount of music that's gonna get missed by our shows. Like, you can't, there's only so many hours in the day and only so many things that you can cover. It's a good problem. It's not like a bad thing, but like, shit, like we're going to end up missing some stuff that's going to get snubbed, so to speak. But,
we're not snubbing anything. We don't mean to miss it.
No.
It's a lot to keep track of. But that being said, if anybody is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Courtney and Nick missed this,
morons,
tweet at us or comment on Instagram or whatever, and feel free to let us know. Always happy to take recommendations.
Yeah, totally. All right, we got one more song.
One more. Yeah,
you wanted to do a little intro first, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, I wanted to take a second to talk about this one because this came out this week or maybe early last week. The song is called March March by the Chicks.
Who are the Chicks?
Who are the Chicks? You might be saying, who are the Chicks?
Who are the Chicks?
Who are the Chicks? Formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, which I've thanks. Thanks, Peanut Gallery. And there's probably some country fans or kind of crossover country fans that are listening to this now that have probably heard of the Dixie Chicks, and they dropped Dixie from their name, and they didn't necessarily make a big thing of it. And they just kind of put on their website, it says, there's a quote, it says, "We want to meet the moment." As you know, I think Dixie is kind of a common euphemism for
Confederacy,
the Confederate South, and so they did honestly what I'm going to get on my soapbox for a minute here and just talk about this, because I think they did what we kind of all should be doing right now, which is looking into ways in which we support these racist structures and fucking changing them. And so they were like, you know what, we are going to drop this from our name. We realize that it is offensive and problematic. And I think there's lots of conversations. I think other people get offended by name changes or flag changes or whatever. That's a lot that's happening in the news right now. But I honestly think they did the right thing. I think that they did what we all should be doing, is really looking into how we're contributing to some of these structures and racist systems and changing them.
Yeah. And we're not talking about, it's like there's kind of extremes of all of these debates and things, like, we're not talking about, oh, well, should we be taking down statues of Abraham Lincoln or something like that? Like, we're talking like rooted Confederate, in this particular subject, which is directly related to oppression of people of color and that. So
yeah, and has deep history in slavery. So they dropped Dixie from the name. Good for them. They're the Chicks now. They came out with this song. It's incredible. I actually was listening to like a Spotify playlist that was made for me or whatever on a run, and this came on, and I stopped my run, and I had looked at my phone, and I went, who the heck are the Chicks?
Yeah.
But this song, it makes you stop in your tracks. It's very good. It's called March March. I want you to play it. I also want, we're playing the audio now, but if anybody's listening to this, please take a few minutes and go look up the YouTube video. it's an incredibly powerful video, and it goes along well with this song.
All right.
So go look it up.
Well, here's March March by The Chicks.
March, march to my own drum. March, march to my own drum. Hey, hey, I'm an army of one. Oh, I'm an army of one. March, march to my own drum. March, march to my own drum. Hey, hey, I'm an army of one. Oh, I'm an army of one. Brandon's back in here 'cause she don't like Mondays. Underpaid teacher, police in the hallways. Print yourself a weapon and take it to the gun range. Oh, cut the shit.
So they touch on everything in this song. There's gun rights, which we just heard, underfunded schools, LGBTQ plus rights, women's rights, climate change, civil rights. There's a lot of footage from the Black Lives Matter movement on this YouTube video, on this music video for this. There's a lot. She talks about, the youth solving our problems. There's footage of Emma Gonzalez, who's an activist for gun control. She survived the school shooting in Florida. Malala's in there. Greta Thunberg's in there. She talks about climate change, which, I've talked about on here, that I work in sustainability. So obviously something that's, something I'm particularly passionate about as well.
Yeah. And this is like the sound of it. Like there's this, I respect the fact that artists are using their voices, and I actually talked about that on a show recently. I do like that, but not if it feels forced or like kind of corny. And it can be just as simple as like how does the music sound? And this is like that drum beat is very serious, and is the right tone for the song.
For sure. And the Dixie Chicks are no strangers to stepping out about social and political issues. I mean, if anybody has been a follower of country music, this. They came under huge controversy in 2003 when they made a statement against President Bush in the war in Iraq. Like and people boycotted their concerts, and they've come under fire for a lot of different things, and they've never been a band to be quiet. I wanted to pause for a second and go, no, you can keep playing. This particular part in the song, this kind of like drum line beat here, and then one of the Dixie Chicks, I forget her name, I think her name is Natalie, plays the fiddle. But in the video here, they're flashing all the names of Black people that have either died at the hands of police or in the criminal justice system, and all the names are kind of like flashing up on the screen. It's incredibly powerful, kind of with that drum line too. I like that.
Yeah. And it's the right tone with that. No words, images. Obviously, it's meant to be looked at or listened to with the visual.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got a quote. They've got a quote on the video, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but essentially just kind of urging people to use their voice to vote. So make sure you vote also. A good message. But this was their first album in 14 years, and it's off of the album, or an EP, I guess, called Gaslighter. So there's, I think, 3 songs out right now from that. 14 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah. There's 3 songs. I see it.
Gaslighter. And it just worth a listen. Wanted to end with that. The Chicks, new name.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people this weekend will be, like we are, excited for summer, holiday, long weekend, get outside. But then after the weekend, you're going to have to go back to thinking about, like, how can I maybe you aren't, but I hope that people are, like, you're going to go back to thinking about, like, how can I slightly, every day get better, change, the things around me and how I behave or how I interact with people, or, how can I educate or spread a message, whatever it might be. Like, I think that's a good kind of bookend to this podcast today.
Yeah, absolutely. And to think about the context of independence and being free, and are we free if we're not all free? Just some food for thought, but some great music to go along with it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in. This was another episode of What We're Listening To. We will catch you on the next one. Right? Yeah.
We'll be here. Have a great weekend, everyone, and stay safe.
Bye.